Good morning, Pokefans. Happy Tuesday. My name is Matt, and welcome to Season 9. We're going to climb the Master, or the rank ladder again to hit the Master Ball tier using a team that we built from scratch. Now, the last couple of days, I've actually been struggling of what team that I've wanted to play with, only because of the fact of I don't know if I wanted to fight him or join him. I didn't know if I wanted to play hyper offensive or play as defensive as possible. I didn't know if I wanted to play the sushi build or go with the trick room build. I didn't know if I wanted to continue with my tailwind shenanigans or go something a little bit more practical, maybe like an intimidator build. I don't know. What I do know is that a team has been built, and I'm hoping that you guys will like it. So let's get into the team, shall we? I have two teams in front of you. One is a trick room team that isn't fully done yet, but that's the basis of what it might look like in the future. However, the team we're going to be using today is on the top row. We have Tornadus, our prankster, covert cloak wearing tailwinder that does Bleak Wind Storm and Rain Dance, which helps out Urshifu because of rain with his Surging Strikes and Aqua Jet and his Mystic Water item. We have Taunt to get rid of all the other people that are going to be doing that type of shenanigans as well. Dragonite, the person that I'm going to be deciding to use for this season. I used him once before. I think it was like season 4 or 5. I think it was 5 at the very end. And he might have gotten a ribbon or he may not have gotten a ribbon. I'm not 100% sure, but I officially want to use him this season to see what is going to happen in the ladder. Now, he is a multi-scale choice band build for the Terra Normal Extreme Speed. But in the event that I don't need to click Extreme Speed, I have Stomping Tantrum, Ice Spinner, and Outrage. Ice Spinner could be easily replaced with a fire type move, which I did have Fire Punch at one point, but it's for the event that I have to play without Chien-Pao for a round, in which if I do or if I don't, it's going to be really interesting to see how he plays out. He is currently set at 252 attack and speed with Adamant Nature, so he gets his full attack benefit. He's new, so I'm just going to give like the breakdown from there. But he synergizes well with Chien-Pao as well as Tornadus because Tailwind comes up, and if I do click anything outside of Extreme Speed, he is going to outspeed my opponent quite a bit, which is why I selected Tornadus to go with that core of Tornadus, Dragonite, and Chien-Pao. You guys know about Chien-Pao, but if you don't, he is currently set to Jolly. Jolly Nature pluses speed minus special attack, but he's got his stats or his EV set for speed and attack at 252 each with I think one more HP or one more defense. Just I think it's HP overall. My Trick Room Stopper, Fluttermane. It is Timid Nature, so plus speed minus attack with special attack and HP in its natures or in its EVs outside of speed, which his special attack and EVs or his speed are 252 and then 4 in HP. It is my Trick Room Stopper because of Imprison. Last season we ran up a lot of Cresselias and we ran into a lot of Ursalunas, which is why I use this team so that I can stop Trick Room from being used, and 2, I can take advantage of being able to like snipe Pokemon, and using booster energy allows me to use a little bit more out of my build than I'm used to. But Specs is something that I do miss, so that could be something that we sway back to and maybe change out a couple of Pokemon if we so need to. Iron Hands, which is a new Pokemon for the team. I haven't used Iron Hands at all. Their Terra is electric just because of the fact that I don't really want to change it to anything else at the moment. It will be changed, obviously, but I'll see what happens. It's got the Assault Vest, so it's going to be incredibly bulky. It's going to be really, really strong at attack, but it has Drain Punch, Heavy Slam, Fake Out, and Thunder Punch, which is going to, 1, knock out a lot of Pokemon. So Chien-Pao is going to get Drain Punched, or anyone that's weak against fighting is going to get him a lot of HP back, which is how we lost a couple of fights that we've had previously. Heavy Slam, which is going to knock out Fluttermane, so I can give him Terra Steel to make it so that he does even more damage to Fluttermanes or like Enamoruses or anyone that I come up against later on. Fake Out to stop the initial Trick Room usage, or just to give me like an edge somehow to make it so that other Pokemon can't attack for that turn, which then I can either double into that slot or just stop them in their place for a minute. And then Thunder Punch for the Urshifus or the Palafins or the Gyarados that I might see on their side of the field, or the Amoonguss that just like, hey, I'm going to Terra Water in front of you and then I'm just going to punch it right in the face just because why not? I don't like Wild Charge because of the recoil. Wild Charge is really, really good, but there's no way to reduce the recoil right now, so it's not something that I plan on using, but it's totally up to you what you guys want to use. Urshifu, who came from last season, has adamant nature and is based on his attack and speed EVs. He might change this season just because of the fact that I probably could make him last a little longer depending on who he's up against. With him being 252 in attack and speed though, the only thing I could think of to make him different is to either give him a scarf or give him a choice item, which I have one already, so Band isn't going to be able to help Urshifu, but we'll see how this season goes. I might be leaning over to Scarf, but Band might be better for him. But yeah, like I said, Band's already being used by a Pokemon that is going to be way stronger in usage there. So yeah, that's going to be the team that we're going to be running with season 9. We're going to be like possibly changing a couple of these Pokemon in and out. We might also highlight some of the Trick Room team. If you guys want to see that, let me know down below, just because of the fact that I love having different teams and I could totally do a roster for both. So it's not that big of a deal for me. So yeah, let me know. For battle teams, if you guys want to play with me, here's a code. So here's the team in its glory and the code in case you guys want to play with me. It'd be interesting if I saw this team in the ladder somehow, but here you guys go. You guys are more than welcome to use it. If you do, let me know in the comments down below of what you guys were able to make of it. Right now, it's going to be a work in progress and the code might be updated quite a bit. So I'll keep it up, this original one, for a while, and if you guys want an updated one maybe after the season, let me know and I will post the end season code for you guys to play around with and see what you like. All right, so now that we got our team, we've got the season ready to go. There's just a couple of more announcements that I have before we get going. You guys will be receiving 2 videos from me today just because I want to show you the team breakdown, what my thoughts are on how the team is going to work, and then what the schedule is going to be. So here's what I'm thinking. I'll be continuing to upload 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. But I think mostly the main Pokemon fights are going to be Monday through Friday. And I'm going to post 5 matches, and then the best of those matches each and every day will be added to the Saturday reel. And these are the best matches that either highlights a team or puts us at a point to where we struggle to try to grow. Or if you guys just want to see more fights, I'll just post another fight on Saturday. It's going to be up for discussion just because of the fact that I want to do something a little bit different this season. I do like being able to have recording stuff for you guys. I just don't know if I want to continue doing 6 days a week with random Pokemon fights, or having 5 days a week doing the random fights and then editing stuff for you guys to see, like, oh, well, here's a highlight of the fights that we had for this week. And I'd like to know what your guys' thoughts are behind that, because it's really interesting to me. So that's what I just want to try to figure out. So let me know in the comments down below which one would you guys like to have more. 5 fights every single day for 6 days, or 5 fights during the week and then a highlight of like the best fights, and it could be 3 to 5 fights that you guys have already seen before, but it's just of that week, just to kind of highlight the team. Maybe do something a little bit different. I'm not sure, but I do want to elevate my content somewhat, and I want to do better with you guys and see what else I can do to maybe elevate my content and do some really good stuff here. So yeah, but that's that. You guys, again, you'll have 2 videos from me. I'm going to record the second one here in just a little bit because the team's been selected and we'll get our 5 matches in. But until then, have a good one, and I'll see you in a few. Peace.